Here to give her perspective on the potential Veep Weeks. It's Veep Steaks. I don't know why I said Sweeks. It's Dana Perino. She's co-host of The Five and former White House press secretary. So very interesting times. We are on the cusp of the Republican National Convention, and the four people that he's talking about, of course, Mike Pence, Christie, Newt Gingrich, and Mike Flynn. He says it's down to two. Which two do you think he's talking about?
Well, there was a fifth today as well. Senator Jeff Sessions met with Donald Trump again, so there's five. Do you sense a theme in any of those five? I mean, there is a theme there.
They're dudes.
And they are dudes. But that's okay, because the most important thing is rapport with the candidate, so chemistry with the candidate. Who is Donald Trump comfortable with? Also, can they pass the vetting? Okay, and I would imagine that if it's down to these top five, that I would imagine that all five pass the vetting.
Okay.
I would think. And I also think it's not 1960 anymore, so you don't have to win your state.
Yeah.
Okay, so the vice presidential candidate doesn't have to bring New Jersey home to the Trump campaign or any other candidate, so I don't think that that is as big a consideration.
What are the factors then? I mean, is it about wooing independents? Is it about pacifying conservatives? Because it seems like the vice president this year is much more important than, say, the last 4 election cycles we've seen.
I think maybe we think that, but I think at the end, when the voting takes place, these people are voting for Trump or Clinton. They are not voting for the vice president.
If something happens to either one of those candidates,
it could be that a vice presidential candidate gives you more enthusiasm as a voter, or it might give you more comfort, or you might decide, oh, I think I could donate because that person will be there. But little tip, 1% of the electorate would actually go towards voting for a vice presidential candidate.
Yeah, so it's really not that much. It doesn't have that big of an impact. And also, what about fundraising? I mean, you've got Sheldon Adelson, who favors someone like
Newt.
Yes.
Gingrich. Yeah. I don't think that you have to worry about that much. And plus, because Trump is doing fairly well in the polls without having any money anyway, so to me, I don't think it necessarily matters on the fundraising. But for all of these candidates, you're really talking about 14 weeks of your life. Yeah. That's it. That's not a very long time, and you have to go hard at it, but you also have to be willing to serve and to be able to govern. And each of these people does bring a significant amount of experience to the ticket. Yeah.
And they also they have strengths, obviously, that Donald Trump is lacking. Who is the front runner in your mind?
I have gone out on a limb. I went out on a limb, and I think that it will be Christie.
Really?
But then I was like, well, maybe it'll be Mike Pence.
See, I think Christie is at the bottom of the heap. I think he really likes him. I think he appreciates his loyalty, and I think I believe Donald Trump when he says there is a place for him in my administration. I don't think it's his.
That's the thing that they're all saying to them, like, oh, like if you don't get the vice presidential one, I'll make you Defense Department chief, or you'll be somewhere in the cabinet, or you might get the ambassador to Barbados, which, like, who doesn't want that? I mean, I might volunteer for that.
Yeah.
But I also think that a lot of us make too big a deal out of the vice presidential choice. It does tell you a little bit of something about how the president, either Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump, how they think, the kind of people they want to surround themselves with. I don't think General Flynn is actually in the running. I think that he would be a great member of the cabinet or as a part of the national security team, but I think vice presidential picks, it's very hard to do something with the military.
Who would be the best debater? Because Donald Trump says that's the most high-profile event a vice presidential candidate
What Trump has said is he wants an attack dog. He wants someone who's going to be able to attack along with him.
That doesn't mean Newt Gingrich to you?
That doesn't necessarily mean that you want somebody who will challenge you, help argue things out, be there as a guide. Yeah. Yes, it could be Newt Gingrich, but Mike Pence, when he had his little tryout, he was obviously really going for it. Like he got like flying colors for enthusiasm and effort. But Christie is a great debater and a great attack dog.
I think he and Newt Gingrich are the strongest 2 debaters. I still think that the nod goes to Newt. We'll see in Cleveland. Let's meet up and compare notes.
I think it might happen even before then.
Oh, very good.
Because guess what? Pence has to decide whether to run for governor by Friday. So he's got. There's a deadline.
Let's call it. It is going to be Freaky Friday. Thank you so much, Dana Perino.
Thank you. I love the cool show.
Oh, I love the cool lady. And you look great in blue.